So welcome to a Reet Royal Roundup from Place to Place Wigan. Just a bit of a chance to say thank you to Stateside for their continued sponsorship over the last few years, and how we find it quite epic that year on year you keep supporting us. Obviously pictured on a recent visit to present Alan with a Cavs MBE award, just kicking off the end of last year. Coming into this year, we got the Cavs Award. So this is where Stateside's support has become really invaluable, really. Because you guys are taking care of the kit year on year, it means any other funds we do take can go against things like what you're seeing here in the pictures. This was a social event that we used to connect people together, bring people together, and really reward those volunteers. 40 of these crystals were given out. It cost about £750 to do so, and we were only able to do that, like I say, because other costs had been taken care of in the background. So thank you very much, first of all, for that. This meal, everybody just had to bring a toy to. It's become a bit of an annual event, this time celebrating the NBA, as we say. But then all the toys are donated to the local hospital, and it's become a bit of a regular chance to connect together, a social event, something that we wanted to do when we first started. We never could quite get it together, and over the last few years we've been able to do this quite regularly, which is great to see. Like I say, the guys are just asked to bring a toy, so then toys are donated to the local hospital. Around Easter, we've had a similar type of thing, and Easter eggs have been donated to the local hospital again, and we're going to Lee carers facility as well. These events are really important, particularly with the MBE award. We wanted to make sure that everybody who'd contributed felt like they'd been rewarded. Elijah in the picture here just came for one day, helping out, but played a massive part as a volunteer. And then on the back of it, as I say, we were able to do these great gestures where we're giving to our local community, which is quite an important principle of what we're doing, is giving back to the people around us. So Stateside will have seen their logo alongside the King's Voluntary Service Award logo, which we're now allowed to use. Pictured here, you'll see an event at Wigan where we met the King's representatives early on in January 2023, featured in the local paper afterwards. And then alongside them, Lee, one of the players from DW Day, sporting the red kit as he arrived for our stadium day for the first time. He got a brand new Stateside red kit with the King's logo on the side. The stadium day obviously is the biggest event of the year for us generally. We had 3 games at the DW Stadium this year. 108 players, we think, went through as actual players, 108 mascots, 108 chances to make memories with dad, uncle, granddad, whoever that may be. And Stateside side by side with us along the way. We've just included some pictures of the stadium day. A picture to the left with a friendly with Bakkavor. The sign that's been up at Winstanley Warriors where we play, and just some examples of the kit. We then threw the logo into the 360 photo booth on the stadium day. So as people uploaded their memories, winning awards like these guys here, Stateside were featured side by side with us. Going on into May, we then had the privilege of sending 2 volunteers to Buckingham Palace as a result of the award. We went around Wembley and did a few other things whilst we was there as well to make sure we'd rewarded the guys for a solid effort volunteering over the last few years. A really proud moment for me personally, being able to send 2 volunteers representing Place to Place to meet the King was something I never expected we'd get to that point. So yeah, it was just absolutely brilliant and proud. When we first started, I saw local clubs like Ashton Bears, the local rugby club, and I saw some of their guys, their team, in one of the local bars. They were all wearing kind of kits from years gone by, alongside the newbies that had come in and picked up their new shiny Ashton Bears kit. And I said to the guys at the time, I said, that's what I want to have with Place to Place at some point, is I want to see old kits from years gone by. And because of the Stateside partnership now over a few years, we've got to that point now where people are texting me to say, I saw one of your guys at the bus stop the other day proudly wearing a shirt or a hoodie or something like that. And when people turn up to the regular sessions, we see a vast array of shirts being worn very proudly. And like I say, that wouldn't have been possible without the continued support of Stateside. So again, from me personally, just a massive thank you, and hopefully you've seen Stateside in some real nice places that fit your brand and values. And that brings us really up to what we've been doing in the last few weeks. Responding to the incidents in Southport, which of course have been all over the media, we wanted to send a bit of a message of hope by organising a tournament.
And it's about all of us coming together, showing some love, and sending positive vibes to that community and showing that they're cared about and they're loved from all areas in the northwest.
I come down here today to support the families of the young kids that has tragically died away, and I'd love to give back to people of Southport.
And with what happened recently in Southport, I think it's really important that people get together and, you know, show the good things and show what we're all about. And I think it really aligns with mental health football's values to be here supporting place to place and the teams that are here today.
So that was Ross there, last person commenting from Mental Health Football in Oldham. They've been somebody we've connected with quite a few times now over the last couple of years. Share the same kind of values as Place to Place generally. And this tournament was a raging success. We brought together 8 teams from across the northwest and Merseyside just to send that message. When others were throwing bricks, we were kind of throwing a different message out there. Of hope and unity, and in doing so we raised just shy of £1,000 for Southport Football Community Foundation, which was great. And that's just one example, really, the most recent example of where we've used the club's position to do something positive in the community. We mentioned the other things earlier on. There was another game against Backavor that raised £2,000 for Wigan and League carers, for example. So your money and the kit that you've provided has built an environment, helped to build an environment in which we're having these massive impacts on the community around us. So again, just a big thank you. Can't skywrite that enough, really. Probably the next obvious opportunity to connect with Stateside would be, we've not really played you in a game as such, so I know we've got a good connection with Dennis, and maybe there's a game that can be organised there, maybe against the Stateside employees, maybe. Hopefully you've seen the kind of 5 principles that we do everything by at Place to Place throughout this little video, and hopefully it stimulates a conversation at work, maybe around mental health and well-being. You'll have seen that we use these 5 pillars: connect, be active, take notice, give, and keep learning. We've connected people through the football club, a connected community. We've provided social opportunities for people that maybe otherwise wouldn't have a social network to fall back on. We've given them a chance to be active, part of some really nice stadium days, friendlies, tournaments, and the weekly sessions. People are giving and taking some self-esteem out of helping others, whether that's just at the Thursday session and listening to somebody's troubles, or literally giving to the charities that we're raising money for. We encourage all of our volunteers and participants to keep learning. One of the NHS referrals that came through, I think about specifically, is now coaching his local 11-a-side team. He was referred to us through an NHS community link worker originally, and he's gone on to take his coaching badges and now coaches in the town where my friend came from as well. So another proud moment for that person and for me and for the club. And overall, with this review, we're just taking notice of where we're at, which is something else we encourage the guys to do. The fact that you're here at football again this week, despite all the challenges you faced, is a major positive. And by kind of using these 5 principles with Place to Place, it doesn't always look, I don't think, how people expect it to look when you say mental health football. But I think this is how we make it not clinical. It's very much easygoing, and people experience these 5 pillars methodology through the day-to-day, using football as the conversation starter. So Stateside are part of that. You've helped us create a home for people, and a sense of belonging as well, which, like I say, over multiple years of sponsorship now, we're seeing that with the kind of kits from yesteryear coming back round again, kind of thing. So thank you very much. Long may it continue. And if you have any other questions, or like I say, you want to maybe organise an event, I'd be up for maybe doing a game or something like that in particular. But just a chance for me to say thank you, and this is what we've been up to during our MBE year. And yeah, that's us.